Imagine you're going about your day when suddenly, without warning, your heart starts racing, your chest tightens, and you feel like you can't breathe. You're dizzy, sweating, and overwhelmed by a sense of impending doom. This isn't a heart attack, it's a panic attack. And if you've ever experienced one, you know just how terrifying it can be. Panic attacks affect millions of people worldwide, yet they're often misunderstood and shrouded in stigma. Today, we're diving deep into what panic attacks really are, why they happen, and most importantly, how to manage them. So what exactly is a panic attack? It's an intense surge of fear or anxiety that comes on suddenly and reaches its peak within minutes. During this time, your body goes into full-blown fight or flight mode, even when there's no real danger present. It's like your brain's alarm system has short-circuited, sending out distress signals when everything is actually okay. The symptoms of a panic attack can be overwhelming. Besides the racing heart and shortness of breath we mentioned earlier, people might experience trembling, sweating, nausea, and even a feeling of detachment from reality. Some describe it as feeling like they're losing control or going crazy. Others report a fear of dying. It's important to note that while these symptoms are incredibly distressing, they're not physically dangerous. But why do panic attacks happen? The exact cause isn't fully understood, but several factors can contribute. Genetics play a role. If you have a family history of anxiety disorders, you're more likely to experience panic attacks. Chronic stress, major life changes, and traumatic events can also trigger them. Sometimes they're linked to specific phobias or situations, while other times they seem to come out of nowhere. Interestingly, the physical symptoms of a panic attack are actually your body's natural response to perceived danger. When our ancestors faced real threats, like predators, this fight or flight response could save their lives. In our modern world, however, this system can misfire, causing panic attacks in situations that aren't truly dangerous. Now, you might be wondering, how common are panic attacks? The answer might surprise you. It's estimated that up to 13% of people will experience at least one panic attack in their lifetime. That's about 1 in 8 people. For some, it's a one-time occurrence. For others, it can develop into panic disorder, where attacks happen regularly and there's a persistent fear of having another one. So what can you do if you're experiencing a panic attack? First and foremost, remember that it will pass. Panic attacks typically peak within 10 minutes and rarely last longer than 30 minutes. Try to focus on your breathing. Slow, deep breaths can help calm your body's stress response. Some find it helpful to ground themselves by focusing on their surroundings, naming objects they can see, or touching something with a distinct texture. If panic attacks are interfering with your daily life, it's important to seek help. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is particularly effective in treating panic attacks and panic disorder. It helps you understand your thought patterns and learn techniques to manage your anxiety. In some cases, medication might also be recommended. Prevention is another key aspect of managing panic attacks. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and stress reduction techniques like meditation can all help reduce the frequency and intensity of attacks. Avoiding caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine can also make a difference, as these substances can sometimes trigger or worsen anxiety symptoms. Remember, experiencing a panic attack doesn't mean you're weak or crazy. It's a common and treatable condition. With the right support and tools, many people learn to manage their panic attacks effectively and lead full, active lives. Understanding panic attacks is the first step in overcoming them. By recognizing the symptoms, knowing why they happen, and learning strategies to cope, you're already on the path to taking control. Whether you experience panic attacks yourself or know someone who does, this knowledge can make a world of difference. Remember, you're not alone, and there's always hope for a calmer, more peaceful future.